What is going on, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? My name is Prodigy, and welcome to another Kingdom Hearts video on the channel. Today, guys, I wanted to talk about a topic that has been on my mind ever since Melody of Memories was initially revealed, and I analyzed it, and we were all kind of confused at the end of that Kingdom Hearts 2020 trailer when we saw Melody of Memories pop up, and it was the rhythm game, and then we saw the logo again right after seeing the cut towards all these Kairi cutscenes. Through this confusion, we all went to the website and figured out that yes, these two things are the exact same game. This rhythm game that you're going through Disney worlds in, playing Disney songs, which looks pretty freaking fun by the way, is also going to double as this Unreal Engine 4 game that is going to be having our sequel cutscenes to Kingdom Hearts 3. This is our direct sequel to Kingdom Hearts 3 if these story cutscenes are any indication. We don't know completely if we're going to mostly be exploring Kairi's memories, her trauma, or if we're going to be exploring a little bit more of after she wakes up, but it definitely seems like we're going to be getting at least a little bit of both. It's very clear based off of the cutscene with her and Ienzo in Ansem's lab in Hollow Bastion that this takes place after Remind, after Limit Cut. So this game is definitely pretty weird, and I am excited for other trailers about it, but this game is releasing this year, so yeah. The community for years, but especially ever since KH3, has wanted a game focused and centered around Kairi, which we might be getting kind of, at least in story form it seems, though for gameplay purposes it leaves a lot much to be desired if this is the Kairi game that people have been wanting all along. I feel like I speak for a lot of people when I say when we were thinking of Kairi game at the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 3's life cycle throughout Remind, that we were more so anticipating something similar to what we got in Remind and the Xehanort boss battle that ended off the Remind scenario in a action-oriented game centered around her moveset. But rather, it seems like the main bulk of the gameplay is going to be this action rhythm game as the genre is, but with some canon story cutscenes of Kairi, focusing on her backstory, focusing on her come up, her trauma, and seemingly her motivation and drive to save Sora. Due to this, people are wondering, including myself, if this is truly the game that we were anticipating, or is it a teaser for something much greater to be coming in the future. I have minimal doubt that Kairi will be playable in the future in some capacity, even if this isn't the full action game that a lot of us wanted centered around her, but rather a story game centered around her. I do believe that in a Kingdom Hearts 4 or in another title, that Kairi is very likely to be playable in one of those games. Could be similar to how she was playable in Remind in a single boss battle where you have the option to choose her, maybe a entire segment dedicated entirely to her. Point is, her involvement in the future of the series, in phase 2 of the series at least, is guaranteed. Not all, but not speculated, just simply guaranteed. Based off of Melody of Memories and based off of the flow of the story so far, it 100% seems like Kairi is in the lineup to get her spot at some point, which she already kind of has in 2 instances now, Melody of Memories and then Remind. And I expect a lot more Kairi involvement in the future. Whether this is or isn't the fully playable action RPG Kairi game a lot of us wanted, this does still seem to be something that might include her in a larger capacity. Despite the slander towards Kairi and some of the writing decisions behind her character, she is still one of the most popular characters in the entire series and is still loved by a significant amount of people. I mean, I feel like the want for her having a game wouldn't be as strong if there wasn't a foundation of love there, a foundation of nostalgia over her character, because I know for me at least, a big reason I do still love her overall is because, like, she was a character I still grew up with. When I was 4 or 5 years old playing Kingdom Hearts 1, I remember vividly Kairi being one of the spotlight characters of that game. Same thing with Kingdom Hearts 2, but after that we pretty much didn't see much of her until Dream Drop Distance, but it was still nice seeing her little moments in Dream Drop and Birth by Sleep as well. I shouldn't say moments, a moment in each game, but that love for her character is the foundation for people wanting her further involvement in the first place. I remember vividly when Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind got its final trailer in December, showcasing like the Remind scenario and some of the limit cut bosses. I remember above even Remind itself, Kairi was the #1 trending thing because people, including myself, popped off so much at Kairi being playable. Because at first it was mostly just wishful thinking, and a lot of people were convinced that Nomura had no plans for her and didn't even want to put effort into like developing her character. Though we still kept a lot of hope, and that hope was what allowed us to pop off as much as we did, what allowed us to carry so much excitement for her, and it literally just fueled the fire for what was us wanting a game centered around her. So this Kairi game is still a huge win if you're a Kairi fan, because if the first trailer was any indication, it seems like we'll be still getting some much needed answers about her character, and overall get a expansion on her character in general. As I said last year, I strongly feel like Kairi's biggest issue in the Kingdom Hearts series is her severe lack of screen time compared to some characters. Her screen time is more comparable to a side character in the series, but she's categorized as a main character. She's part of the main trio, the Destiny trio that we dubbed them to be, but the Destiny trio is more of a Destiny duo between Sora and Riku, being our two most prominent main characters of the series, and you have Kairi there who's kind of just there most of the time. I am super grateful that Melody of Memories even exists, and I'm more surprised that it's coming out this year, and I'm even more grateful that we're getting a game like this sooner rather than later. A big reason we're getting this game a lot sooner definitely is because of the game's rhythm game aesthetic, and especially since it uses the older Kingdom Hearts engine that we're more familiar with compared to the Unreal Engine 4 and that beautiful Kingdom shader we all love. Though it seems like the cutscenes at least will be in that engine that we've grown to be a little bit more fond of through Kingdom Hearts 3 and 0.2. My overall thoughts on how far they could go with this game and if it's realistic to anticipate another Kairi game in the future is, I feel like yes, it is realistic to anticipate another Kairi game in the future, but probably not now, probably not for a while. If this game is going to be focusing on her a little bit, then it's highly likely that we won't be getting another Kairi game like this, a game mostly focused around her story from what it seems, probably until like after Kingdom Hearts 4. However, she is highly likely to be playable again in Kingdom Hearts 4, or a title even before then likely, since her and Riku seems like they'll be leading the charge in getting Sora back. While other trios are in fact involved in researching Sora's whereabouts, it wouldn't be surprising if they push forward other miniature arcs in the saga. I highly believe that the Birth by Sleep trio will likely be pushing forward the foreteller and the key side of things. I think the Days trio is likely going to be pushing more towards the Subject X stuff, while the Destiny trio, or what remains of it right now at least, is going to be pushing forward Verum Rex and is going to be trying to save Sora. They're going to be on the front lines of all of that. Though I do think, with that being said, that everyone will have a little bit of involvement in that. They already do. So while even though I'm kind of separating everyone's stories like that, and that's how I think they're going to write it, I do think all of those stories intertwined by little tiny threads. It'll definitely be very fascinating to see what they do, and this game holds a lot of interest. I just can't contain my excitement for this, because it's like, it's so weird that I'm going to be like playing this rhythm game. I don't know how long it's going to be. It's probably going to be on like the shorter side. I'm going to imagine it's going to be one of our shorter Kingdom Hearts games, like 10 to 15 hours, maybe at most. So 10 hours of rhythm game though? I don't know about that. That could happen though, but that'll most likely depend on how much the cutscenes are. If it's a little or if it's a lot, and how much are we gonna get? Like, is this game going to end in the final world with Kairi? Because I definitely don't think they're gonna go all the way. Like, I don't think we're gonna end this game off in like Verum Rex or anything crazy like that. If we did, that would be pretty interesting, but I definitely think this game is probably going to tease us a lot more than anything else. Similar to a lot of Kingdom Hearts games, I'm definitely expecting a lot more questions than answers on some things, though it does seem like we'll be getting some answers on some things like Kairi's backstory and the important things about her character. But it's still just kind of funny to say that this is our direct sequel to Kingdom Hearts 3. This game right here is our direct sequel to Kingdom Hearts 3, right now at least from the Kairi perspective. I'm very positive that the other games in Phase 2 are likely going to be games following the Birth by Sleep trio or following the Days trio, maybe one where Riku is involved in this game as well. There is a scene in Melody of Memories trailer that does involve Riku, so we don't know his involvement quite yet, but it definitely seems like they go to the final world for something, to explore someone's dreams, heart, something. I just know I'm excited. I can't wait. I'm surprised we're getting more story this soon, and I'm just ecstatic about this, man, and I want to hear how you guys feel about this in the comment section down below. I don't know quite if this is the Kairi game we all were expecting, but I think it's definitely one we should be grateful for. If you guys enjoyed today's video, leave a like, share the video with a friend or a family member, and last but not least, if you have not already and want to become a part of the union, all you have to do is hit that red little subscribe button down below. My name is Prodigy, and I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out.